Hi guys, it's the Disappointing Weeb here, and today I thought that we would try something a little bit different. Up to now I've mainly been looking at figures and things like that, and today I thought we would look at doing a haul video, all the things that I've bought over a certain duration of time. I've decided to do this mainly because I've been watching lots of haul videos online, and they seem like they don't take much effort, so I thought, oh, well I'll do that, because then I can do that quickly and send it out quick. So we're going to look at a lot of the things that I bought over September and the first half of October. I went on a trip to London over the last couple of weeks, so a lot of these things I bought while I was in London as well. We're going to split this video into 3 different parts. We're going to look at the manga I've bought, the anime I've bought, and the figures and merchandise I've bought. So we'll start off with the manga. And we'll start with something that I'm reading currently at the moment. All my manga is kept in these plastic bags. I'm hoping there's not going to be any glare. I think if I go like that, there's some glare. Not too much glare from the bags I keep them in. But this is the first thing I've been reading. This is a manga called Saint Young Men. This is a story about Jesus and Buddha living in an apartment together in Tokyo. It's a comedy manga. It's really, really well reviewed. People really seem to like it. And I've got to say, I'm finding it a bit boring, to be honest. I'm only on the first volume, and I'm only 3/4 of the way through. But it's not something that's overly taking my attention, and they're not cheap either. They're $24 to buy these, so they're not cheap volumes of manga. They're very well presented, hardback books, but it's not doing it for me at the moment. I will buy the second one just to kind of give it another try to see if I like it at a later date, but for now, not something I'm overly fussed about. Next on our list is the 12th issue of Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. Big Gundam fan. Really liked the series for Gundam Thunderbolt. The music in it is probably the best music I've heard in any anime. The manga I enjoy. I find it quite hard to follow sometimes. The main reason I bought this was because it was on sale on Amazon for £2, and I thought, well, for £2 I might as well buy it. I mean, the art is stunning in Gundam. The art is absolutely phenomenal, but there is something to be said about giant robot fights in space, in how they translate in a form like manga compared to how they translate in anime. I do own some other Gundam manga. I own Gundam Seed, Gundam Seed Astray, but I think I do prefer watching my Gundam on anime rather than reading the manga. So that's Gundam Thunderbolt. Next up, I'll take this out of the bag, is Weathering with You. So I've read the light novel for Weathering with You, and I've watched the film, and it's by far my favourite anime film of all time. So I thought it was only natural to pick up the manga. I've not yet delved into this, but it looks very good, and if it's more of the same, that's fine by me, because I absolutely adore Weathering with You, as you'll see as we kind of go on through this whole video. Next up is a new series. One of the things you'll see which really annoys me with a lot of these things I've bought, especially if they're bought from Forbidden Planet, is that they come with these really irritating stickers on them. This one isn't actually from Forbidden Planet, this was from a shop called Travelling Man. But the 3 for 2 stickers, as much as I appreciate the 3 for 2 deals, become very annoying to remove. This is Chainsaw Man. I'm currently kind of in this mode of getting through some of the new Shonen Jump stuff, so I'm watching Jujutsu or Jujutsu Kaisen, I think it's how it's pronounced, on Crunchyroll at the moment. That's just started airing, and I'm really enjoying that. Chainsaw Man seems like it's going to be really good fun. I've not yet read it, but it's something I've picked up and I'm looking forward to reading. And I'll be sure to share my thoughts about it as soon as I have got through it. The art is absolutely stunning. And I mean, it just looks like, I'm hoping it's just going to be another kind of action, exciting shonen series that I'll be able to turn my brain off and just enjoy. And talking of action shonen series that I enjoy, the next part of the haul is quite a few volumes of Demon Slayer. So I've bought I've bought volume 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16 of Demon Slayer. Obviously I've got other things from before that and I've read those. With the release of the new film, it looks like the anime is going to keep going, and it's something that I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the anime, I enjoyed reading the manga, and now we're on to whatever happens next. I've really enjoyed this story so far, and I'm looking forward to reading on. So I bought pretty much everything there is up to now in English of Demon Slayer. There's volume 17 that's just come out, and I'll be sure to pick that up and share that in the next haul video as well. Talking about airing anime, it was announced that the Sword Art Online progressive anime would be starting soon after Alicization ended, so I thought I should give that a go. So I picked up the first volume of the Sword Art Online progressive manga. I really enjoyed it, found it really fun. I do think it's better than the original version, but I don't think it's anything to go absolutely mental about like people seem to be doing on the Reddit for Sword Art Online. I really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, I thought it was really good, really fun, and I am really looking forward to seeing it animated. So Sword Art Online Progressive, I'll be buying more of this, and I'll be enjoying watching the rest of the anime for it. Next up, we've got another series that just finished airing, and that is Red's Girlfriend. Volume 2 came out recently. Volume 3 should be with me by now, but they have delayed it, at least on Amazon where I ordered it from, and I've now got to wait till November for it to come, which is less than ideal. I really enjoyed reading Red's Girlfriend. I think the art's really good. It feels very real, the Rent a Girlfriend series. I like the fact that the characters don't wear the same clothes for every single chapter. Their clothes are changing. It's a believable story. You could imagine there being this kind of thing, this industry existing. The characters are all really good. We've got Chizuru, who's the main girl. We've got Mami now, who's just been introduced in the second volume, who's a kind of grudgeful ex-girlfriend. Really enjoy reading it. It's very funny, but it's also got lots of feels. So hopefully we'll be seeing Ruka in the next volume. So that's Rent a Girlfriend. A series that hasn't had its anime out yet, but has been announced is Don't Toy With Me, Nagatoro. Miss Nagatoro. This is by Nanashi. It's another kind of rom-com series, I guess. Very thin, but you're still paying the same price as you would do for anything else. It's really good. It's a very quick read. I read these in about half an hour, but I really enjoy it. It's proven very funny. I really like the fact that Nagatoro goes from this kind of bullying character that's really giving the main lead, the male in it, a hard time, to being defensive of him and seeing that relationship kind of blossom. So I really enjoy reading this. I think it's a really nice, light-hearted series. Still on the theme of airing anime, this is another anime that just finished airing, and that is The Misfit of Demon King Academy. We've just had volume 2 of this come out, also really good, published by Square Enix, which I don't have much Square Enix manga yet, so it's hard to talk about these series without spoiling them. Of course, all these series are now finished airing that I'm talking about for the most part. I really enjoyed Demon King Academy. The manga is just as good as the anime, which is why I bought it. And if I do really see something that I like airing, I will end up buying the manga for it. Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be one of the ones that I think about picking up soon, and Moriarty the Patriot, which is airing this season too. I think are the two that I'd like to pick up. But this has been really, really good. And one of the things I really like about this is it's going to continue the story arc beyond where the anime was, so I'll get to find out what happened next. So I'll be carrying on buying those. Something that finished airing the season before those, but I also really enjoyed, is Glypher. So I've got 2 volumes of Glypher here, volume 3 and volume 4. I'm not yet up to where it ended in the anime, but I'm also really enjoying these. The art for Glypher is phenomenal. It's really... I don't really want to open them and show you because I've sealed them off now, but the art is really good. I mean, this is a really, really good series. It's one of those ones that I have to get through as soon as I've got it and opened it, and I'll sit reading it until it's over because it just holds me and keeps me engaged for the entire time I'm reading it. I'm really looking forward to moving on beyond the anime. In the anime, the final episode, this isn't a spoiler, is... well, maybe it is a spoiler. I don't think it is. Diverges from what happens in the manga, so I'm looking forward to getting to that point to see where the manga goes once we get to that point and continuing the story, just like Demon King. So those are the manga that I bought these last couple of months. I only bought 2 anime DVDs. The first one, of course, is Weathering with You, which got its release in September, I want to say. I think it got its release in September over here. I absolutely adore this film. I was going to borrow the special editions, but I ended up spending the money I would have spent on the special edition on another Weathering with You item, which I'll be sure to show you soon. This film, in my opinion, is better. It's better than Your Name, in my view. I always think, actually, there's something about these films where whichever one you saw first is probably going to be the one that you fall in love with. And I saw Weathering with You before watching Your Name. I had avoided the films because Your Name felt just so overhyped that I thought I'm never going to be able to view it as highly as what everybody else views it because it has been hyped up so much. But I watched this in the cinema and I found it absolutely amazing. I mean, this is up there with Clanad for me. I think it's such a great film. And having it on DVD, I'm going to be showing it to a lot of my friends as well. So I'm really glad that they've released it on DVD now. The other DVD that I bought is Love, Tube and Yo and Other Delusions Season 2. So I watched the first season of this with a friend, and I'm hoping to watch the second season with that friend as well. It was only a tenner, so I thought, well, for £10 I might as well buy the DVD, so I've got that as well. So that's all the anime and DVDs I bought. I'm now going to pick you up and show you some of the figures and merchandise that I bought over the last couple of months. Here is our first purchase and our biggest purchase. It's a huge All Might Grandistia figure, I think they're called. I mean, you can see the Nendroid to the side. This thing is absolutely massive, and it was really cheap as well. I wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't cheap. It comes in a manga art version too, which I actually prefer, but it's about twice the price, and I couldn't really justify spending double the price on pretty much the same figure with a different paint job. So I got that. We'll move over to my Nendroids, and I was gifted this gorgeous Amelia Nendroid. I'll just open this up so we can look at it a bit closer. And I mean, I do think it's just stunning. I really enjoyed the second series of ReZero, and I'm looking forward to see where the story goes next. So I picked that up. Above that is what I purchased with the money I would have spent on a special edition of Weathering with You. And it's this stunning Good Smile Company pop-up parade set of figures. This is 2 separate purchases you have to make. So we've got Honoka and Hina here, looking absolutely stunning, and it is the kind of famous artwork from the film. I think the DVD might actually have the same. Yeah, the DVD has the same kind of pose on it. So I mean, I was really glad to pick that up. I think it just looks great. Moving on to the last couple of figures that I purchased over the last couple of months. I must say most of these are very cheap figures. I'm a student, so I don't have the money to spend on very expensive ones. We've got these 2 Demon Slayer figures. We've got Tanjiro and Nezuko. These aren't expensive ones, but I found Nezuko figures to be really hard to come by. And I just thought I'd like to have some kind of Demon Slayer representation in here. And behind that is a Deku that I picked up as well over the last couple of weeks. And I think he looks great too. So that's pretty much everything that I picked up this last couple of months, the haul. Please tell me if there's anything that you think I should be picking up or anything I've missed out. And tell me if there's anything you've bought recently too. I'd love to hear what you're getting as well. So this is The Disappointing Weeb. Please subscribe to see more videos, and I'll see you next time.